He's back. He's back. It's Fun Around, and my name is Jordan, and welcome to Week 7 of NFL football. Steven from Just a Bet Outside picked the Browns spread. Does this mean I'm supposed to take the Seahawks spread? Anyways, let's get into these picks. You'll see images that come up on the screen. Those will be from a data app called Outlier. Those will be about right there. There's a link in the description that'll give you a 7-day free trial for Outlier. So I have some picks for Sunday, obviously, and I also have picks for Monday. I won't have a Monday night video. On Sunday night, I will most likely be making a video for NBA for Tuesday to let that simmer on Monday and for Tuesday. So we're going to jump right into it. My first pick is going to be Will Levis of the Titans, over 8.5 rushing yards at -120. It's gone over in 4 out of 5 games and facing the Buffalo Bills, who give up the 9th most rushing yards to quarterbacks. I would imagine that has to do with playing a decent defense in the secondary and forcing a quarterback to take off running, maybe some pressure. So Will Levis is averaging 3 rushing attempts a game and 6 yards average. So this line's actually come down quite a bit, and he should be playing from behind for most of the game, which means he's going to throw the ball a lot. Which means he's going to scramble a lot when everything breaks down, and should have an opportunity to get 9+ rushing yards. I like the over here for 9+ for Will Levis. The second pick is going to be from the Washington Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr. over 0.5 anytime touchdowns at -140. He's gone over in 4 out of 5 games this season. They're going up against the Panthers, who are giving up the most touchdowns in the NFL. So you don't have to stick with just Brian Robinson Jr. Jaden Daniels is live for an anytime touchdown. He's around even money, but safest play is probably going to be Brian Robinson Jr. He's getting 31% of the red zone carries. And Washington has been pretty solid this year, moving the ball against any defense. And now against Carolina, they shouldn't have any problem getting near the end zone. And Brian Robinson Jr. getting yet another touchdown this week. So if you guys could, please like the video. And if you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. If you have a little bit of extra time, could you just leave the number 7 for week 7. That helps get the video out there for more people to see. And also, if you'd like to get away from something like Prizepicks and try out a different app with better options or more options, check out Underdog Fantasy, Sleeper, ParlayPlay, and ChalkBoard. Use promo code FINAROUND11 on any of these. They'll match your first deposit up to $100. There are links in the description. I'll take you straight there with the promo code. And thank you to anyone who uses those. So this third pick, going back to him on the other side of things, Chuba Hubbard over 70.5 rushing yards at -113. It's gone over in 4 straight games with Andy Dalton at quarterback. And as I mentioned last week when I took him, when you have a passing game that is somewhat respectable, then the running game will open up. When they didn't have that, he didn't do so great. He's averaging 17.5 rushing attempts over these past 4 games, so he's definitely getting the carries there, and 5.5 yards a carry. But I think their best path to victory is through Chuba Hubbard. Washington is giving up the 4th most rushing yards to running backs this season. And if you're curious, if you want to take like a long shot bet, you can check out 100 yards plus is at +280 for him, almost like a home run in the MLB. So speaking of home runs, how about those Guardians? I'm filming this on Friday, so I'm still celebrating our win. If you're watching this later and they've lost the series, then I'll be sad. So this 4th pick is an interesting one. This is a gut call. You can completely fade this one if you want to, but I think I got the script for this play. Nick Chubb, anytime touchdown, +135. He's coming back, makes his return. He's going to be back in Cleveland, and they say he's good to go. I don't think they would put him out there if he wasn't 100%. I'm not sure how many carries he's going to get, but if they get near the end zone and there's a goal line carry in Cleveland on his return, they're going to put Nick Chubb out there to score the touchdown. There's no doubt about it. They want him to score a touchdown in this game. The season is already pretty much lost for Cleveland. Something for Cleveland fans like myself to be excited about is Nick Chubb to come back and score a touchdown. The Bengals are giving up the 5th most touchdowns overall in the NFL. He's going to have a good opportunity here to get an anytime touchdown. If you didn't read his letter returning, pretty much said that his agent came to him and said he's not going to be cut because he means too much to the fans, and his agent said that for all of his other players, he has never heard an owner or ownership say that about a player, that the fans just care about the guy that much. So Nick Chubb touchdown would be huge for Cleveland, plus 135. I think it's the script for the NFL. So let's get into some of the Monday night picks. I like Zay Flowers of the Baltimore Ravens over 59.5 receiving yards, minus 115. He's back-to-back games. He's gone over 110 receiving yards, getting 8 targets a game. Lamar Jackson just loves throwing to him, getting almost 30% of the team target share. And he's facing Tampa Bay, giving up the 7th most receiving yards to wide receivers. Tampa Bay, they scored a lot last game, but they still give up a decent amount of points themselves. Should be an interesting game. The Ravens will definitely go through Derrick Henry, but Zay Flowers is going to be there to get some big catches and some high volume targets. And then also my next 2 picks are kind of a combined type pick, or it's up to you, kind of like a pick 'em. J.K. Dobbins over 76.5 rushing yards, minus 115. He's gone over in 3 out of 5 games this season and had a 25 carry game last game. He's facing Arizona, who's giving up the 2nd most rushing yards to running backs, and he's getting 53% of the carries. And when J.K. Dobbins gets a good matchup, he can just break off a big one and hit this line in 1 carry if he has the opportunity to. So in the matchups where they're really good, he has done really well. So the next pick that kind of mixes in with it is I also like him for over 16.5 yards on his longest carry, minus 125, gone over in 3 out of 5 games, correlating with his big games. Definitely should have a chance here with a team that likes to run the ball with Harbaugh. J.K. Dobbins, I like him for total rushing yards. And if you, for some reason, think the Chargers are going to be down and throwing near the end of the game, you can just go with the longest rush and just hopefully breaks one off early. So it's J.K. Dobbins for 2 different picks. So if you'd like to discuss lines further, I have a Discord. Link is in the description. You can hop on in there, talk about football, NBA's coming up, all that good stuff. It's free. You can just jump on in there. And as far as a recap for last week, as I talked about my Thursday night football video, it was 5-1. And then for Thursday night, I had Spencer Rattler over 0.5 interceptions, minus 130. He did not get it. It was interesting, though. The announcers, there was one moment where he kind of was moving his arm. The ball looked like it might have been out, but he still kind of threw it to a defender, and they picked it off for a pick 6. The announcer said it was ruled an interception. NFL tweeted that it was an interception, and for some reason, the stat keepers made it a fumble, and everyone lost their interceptions bet. So just a weird one. Maybe they said like, oh, this is 50-50. Interceptions is a pretty popular bet. We can just go with a fumble and keep the money. It's just little strange there. And they even showed the stat line on the screen on the little ticker, and it said Spencer Rattler, 1 interception thrown for the rest of the game. So that one did not happen. And I had Zach Allen of the Broncos, defensive end, for over a 0.25 sack. So he needed a half sack. He got that. Spencer Rattler got sacked 6 different times. I was thinking about taking the other 2 sack leaders. They have 3 in the top 20, and it was just like a party for them. I should have just put that in the video, just all the guys that were available to get a sack, because most of them pretty much did. And then I had Bo Nix for an interception, and that did not happen. The Saints had their first game this season where they did not get an interception. So not a great Thursday night football game, but it wasn't supposed to be a great game anyway. So if you tail any of these, good luck to you. God bless you. It's the final round. My name is Jordan. Next video you see might be WNBA finals if it's not closed out tonight, but next video might be for NBA. So God bless you. It's final round. My name is Jordan. I will catch you on the next one. Bye.